Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Yours is bigger than mine. We thought we'd finish the year, the three of us, with little Alfred, to tell you our top three books from the year. Alfred's going to go first. Okay. And now Alex and I will tell you our favourite top three books from 2024.
So we'll start with some honorable mentions. Of course, Dean is very happy to hear that one of my honorable mentions was Daniel Deronda. Because it was surprisingly better than I expected.
I'm sad about that.
Another one, Narcissus and Goldmund.
Fair. It was not bad. We both read
PJ,
it.
yes, we both read it. PJ recommended it to us, and I thought it was a really nice take on just life in general. And other one was Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. That one, I think, was a very lovely early feminist take, and really, really made me think and had a lot of good discussion points. Do you have any honorable mentions?
I was only going to put one, but I can put two. Mid-year, I think around July or August, I read, July, La Bestia, The Beast, a Spanish book. I bought it suddenly in a shop that was about to close. It was a completely random pick, and it was the one time we gave a trigger warning, I think, because it was just like, well, what if we do just horrendous, unspeakable things? Like, it was really, really powerful and impactful. So that's why it's an honorable mention. It was difficult to say, like, it was a masterpiece of literature, but it was memorable and impactful, so I'm giving it an honorable mention. I'm also going to give an honorable mention, I think, to The Lady and the Law. The Law and the Lady?
Law and the Lady.
Law and the Lady by Wilkie Collins.
One of those.
It was really good. I love Wilkie Collins, so that was not to be, that's not a surprise. But our top three. What would your number threes?
Sure. Number three for
Okay.
me, Winterset Hollow.
Fantastic.
One that's been reviewed
like four times.
4 times for Books Boys. It deserves it. It deserves, top 3 spot.
Yeah. My number three was reviewed later in the year, November. Another Wilkie Collins, Man and Wife. A legal situation, trying to figure out if you could get a divorce. It's similar to the honorable mention. They're very similar books, those two Wilkie Collins books.
That's fair.
Number two?
Number 2. So my 2, 3, and 4, 4 being Room of One's Own, I think could basically be interchanged, but 2 for me is We by Yevgeny Zamyatin. That one is early dystopian book. It impacted George Orwell. We wouldn't have 1984 without it. And I think, in general, it is a really well done story, and it's going to stick with me.
My number two is from way at the beginning of the year. PJ gave me this 6 months before I got around to reading it. It's a Spanish play called La Dama del Alba. And it was just like a little play about what happens if this kind of ghost of death visits this family's house like multiple times and causes them kind of tragedies, and the family dynamic was fantastic. I really, really, really loved it.
And then number 1.
Da 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 da.
Number 1 for me is We Have Always Lived in the Castle, which I read in January by Shirley Jackson. It is one of the best books I've read in years. Basically, it is like the Addams Family with how creepy everyone is, but also just such an easy story to get through. I read it all in a single day and absolutely cannot stop talking about it. It's fantastic. Recommend to everyone.
My number 1 was, I think, also from around July, The Masterpiece. This was, like, amazing. Carla said it was a bit overdone with the tortured artist type stuff, but that really, really worked for me. French painter, willing to sacrifice everything, his wife, his child, his life, just for creating a masterpiece, this ultimate painting. And I really, really got behind that. And it turns in tragedy in the end, but really powerful and really, really fantastic. And made for me.
Now, Dean, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
What was the worst book of the year?
So the worst book of the year, also known as the, thank you for reminding me, the Illiterate Hack Cormac McCarthy of the Year Award. And that, of course, goes to Jonathan Safran Foer, Everything is Illuminated, from, I think, August. Just utter, unreadable, illiterate garbage. Do you have a worst book of the year?
I guess you can call it that. It's a short story. It was 20 pages or so. It was The Great Wall of China by Franz Kafka. And boy, did I just feel so much rage reading through this with nothing happening the entire time.
Rage, even.
That's what I said. I did say rage.
Anger, even.
There you go. that was the worst thing I read all year. There were some irrelevant things like Bobok by Dostoevsky, but no, Kafka actually made me angry.
Well, we'll be back, of course, in 2025 every month with more book reviews and author interviews. So
We'll see you
in about a year.
in about a year. Merry Christmas.